everybody, my name is Luke Moore and this is Hot Mode, and today on Hot Mode we are going to be talking about Christian Dior and Yves Saint Laurent, and yeah, it's gonna be a toughie. Before we get into the actual video, if you guys are looking for a channel that talks about fashion and the fashion industry in the most fun, interesting, cool, sassy, great way, you can definitely hit the subscribe button, and also you can turn on my post notifications so then you know that I put out a video, and then you can watch it and you can enjoy it, and then I can enjoy that you enjoy my video and everybody enjoys. It's really great. Also, if you guys are looking to hear all my opinions on the fashion shows and everything that goes on in the fashion industry, and also to see some really great meme content, you can definitely check me out at Hot Mode. That's where it's poppin' always. So now, let's get into the actual discussion about Dior and Saint Laurent. First up is going to be Saint Laurent. So, yeah, Anthony Vaccarello at Saint Laurent is something else. Especially because the last women's wear collection was so iconic, honestly, like against the backdrop of the Eiffel Tower with those insane leather looks. Like, he really blew it out of the park last season. So I think that any show that he did, unless it was going to top that show, was going to feel a little bit underwhelming and a little bit lackluster. I think that's just how it is with everything. Once you get like an amazing iconic show, the next show after it's just kind of gonna feel because you're really looking for something bigger and better, but that doesn't always happen in fashion, and that is quite alright. The thing about that collection was they had such really over-the-top, iconic, like, fashion looks, but also there was a real subtlety and a real, like, sexiness and sluttiness that went with the clothing in such a smart way. Like, he's so smart the way that he kind of just, like, pushed in these really simple but beautiful and well-designed looks on top of these gigantic over-the-top, giving the gays everything they want looks. So like, he did it all in one collection. So now let's talk about this collection. It was a little bit underwhelming. I think the earlier looks in the show were probably the most underwhelming. I just felt like, okay, leather shorts, we've seen that, all black, we've seen that, okay. And especially because it was a fall collection, I understood like wanting to have like a short, Saint Laurent, sexy, whatever, but like, work on something that's going to be actually desired for fall winter, like fur coats, long coats, any kind of coat. Like, develop like a signature Saint Laurent coat. Like, really look at the tailoring and something that's going to keep you warm but still be able to show off these sexy long legs that you have. Like, that's what we needed from this collection, and I don't think that Anthony really provided that, which I think kind of was disappointing. It just felt like there was something missing. Like, he just wasn't giving me fall winter. It felt like a sad little offshoot of the spring summer show. So the menswear was like pretty good, but like also it was so similar to Eddie Slimane when he did Saint Laurent, so it was like, is he still working there? Like, what? I think he needs to move outside of this whole rock and roll thing just because Eddie did it there, so like, you need to develop your own menswear taste. So then we got some really nice long sleeve dresses, and they were beautiful. Like, they had the Anthony Vaccarello detailing around like the breast line. Like, it was great. It was what I wanted to see from the collection. But there were only a few of those looks, and it was really the only redeeming part of the collection, which was really disappointing. And then there were these like architectural cocktail dresses, which we saw from the spring summer show, but it's like, it's fall winter. Like, I can't find a coat that like goes over my architectural shoulder. Like, we need to like work on incorporating these looks to being fall winter, unless it's a spring summer collection, which then just call it spring summer. But if you call it fall winter, then I have to call it fall winter, and then I have to judge it as a fall winter collection. So pick something. Okay, and so let's talk about the end of the show, which were the floral dresses. Honestly, I was just getting Reformation the whole time. I was like, oh, this is a Reformation X Saint Laurent, like, wow, cool, all right. The thing about these floral dresses I did not like was I think that it showed Anthony Vaccarello's inability to design, and I hate to say that, but I don't think that he's inherently like an amazing designer. I think he's very good in marketer, which sells, and that's great. But I think that the florals really showed that it was boring, it just felt flat. I loved that last collection he did, but I heard a lot of like, that's just some old Saint Laurent, which is great and which sells and which is amazing, but then stick to that. Don't let us see the underbelly where you're not really at your game. Like, give us a whole Saint Laurent reboot, honestly. Like, I don't really care. Like, if you're gonna show me Saint Laurent looks, amazing. Because Saint Laurent looks forever are modern. Saint Laurent looks from the 60s are honestly so modern, you could send them down the runway and like, nobody would ever notice. Like, they're just so good. So like, if you're gonna do that, give me all of that, but don't try to show me this weak shit and then expect me to be like, wow, it was so good. And like, no, it was boring, it was poorly done. Like, get a grip. Now we're talking about the big poobah. Our girl, NGC, Maria Grazia Curie. Girl. Oh, I just gotta get into this one really quick, sorry. So, this Dior collection by MGC, Maria Grazia Curie, was based on the 1968 Paris student riots, which was like, I don't even know, but that was it. It was about riots. So that plays into Maria Grazia's feminism, riotous protest thing that's going on that she doesn't actually design for, but she just takes credit for. Sorry, continuing. The reason that she picked that topic was she saw a photo of a young girl protesting outside of a Dior boutique where the girl was saying that there were not enough miniskirts in the store windows. So that was her inspiration. So the collection was very 60s, 70s, awful, bad proportioned, just overall disgusting. But I think that it honestly really looked like a Forever 21 collection. And I know I usually say that these collections look like Forever 21 or Topshop or whatever, but this one really felt like it. It honestly felt like they had pulled from Zara or Topshop or ASOS and had just stolen ASOS and Zara's designs, which usually is the other way around. Usually Zara and ASOS are stealing designs, but I honestly felt kind of bad for Zara and ASOS. I was like, oh shit, like she's coming for you guys, like y'all need to fix that. So I just wonder, why is there nothing innovative or interesting about the design choices? Like, there have been 6 previous designers who have been influential in making that brand. They have always pushed fashion outside of the boundaries of what it is. So why do we have this person who can't design as the first female designer? Like, that's an insult to all female designers if that's what you think female designers are, and if you want to put her on the same level as 6 of the greatest fashion designers in history, like, you're setting her up to fail, and you're setting it up so that women look bad as designers. Like, put an actual good woman in there so that we can all get our life. Like, I'm so bored of this. The collection just felt dead. Like, it just felt like there was nothing going on. It felt stagnant. It felt like I had already seen the collection and I already knew it was gonna be bad, so it was like, why do I care? It just is so unflattering on everyone. Just unflattering. Even when I'm looking at the street style of it, I'm like, they actually put bloggers in this. Like, bloggers actually wore these things on the street. Like, oh. And again, I think feminism is such a cheap way for her to sell the brand. It's always about feminism, blah, 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 blah. You have like a semi-diverse runway, and then you also never put women older than like 20 something in your shows, and then you also like only ever have skinny models. Like, to me that feels like very one-dimensional feminism. Like, it feels very like white woman is the most important and we need to be equal to white men. Like, no, that's not really what feminism is, so maybe we could work on that. And maybe if you did work on it and actually put out some interesting designs, we could, like, you know, enjoy your protests and all that kind of stuff, but until you actually, like, do something about it, I'm bored and tired and annoyed that you're using feminism as a way to sell your multi-billion-dollar fashion show. Like, tired. You know, like, there were some quilted, like, dresses, and there were those 60s newsboys hats and like tinted sunglasses, and then there were these awful sheer dresses that flattered no one. Also, I discovered that she obviously was the weak link in Valentino. Like, Valentino now under Pier Paolo is so amazing. When it was bad, it was because she was there. Like, he must be so happy that she's gone. I just don't know what to think about this anymore. It's just getting tiring. Like, it used to be fun to make fun of it, but now it's just like depressing. Overall, she needs to go. You knew this, I knew this. If you didn't know this, stop breathing, please. You're wasting the air. Please let me know what you guys thought of both the Saint Laurent and Dior collections in the comments below. I'd love to know. Again, you can check me out on all my social media and you can subscribe to the channel down below. I'll see you guys on the next video, so TTYL.